Hello.
Get this right.
Okay, we was just right, y'all. I'm talking about it was just perfect.
Like everything.
And now we get on here. It was looking a little discombobulated.
Right.
It's okay.
Okay, is that one position right? Alright. I'm trying not to lean on this table because last time I leaned on the table, stuff went to falling. Hey y'all! I sound country.
We miss y'all. You did just sound real country.
Yes, we miss y'all. We've been gone for what, a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Life has been lifing.
Oh, I literally was thinking that before we started. Like, life really been lifing.
You on the table, you did like this, and I saw something.
Girl.
Okay. I should turn out the other way. But anyway, yes, life has been lifing.
But we back.
Yes, we are definitely back.
We here.
And we're gonna start doing it on Sundays.
Yeah.
We're aiming for 6 p.m., 6:30ish.
6:30ish.
More like 6:30.
Yeah.
That sounds more
our speed.
Right. So we're so excited to be back, and we thank you all for joining us. Those who are live, I know, we didn't really put it out there, but
that we were switching up on y'all. But yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and pray.
Yeah.
You gonna lead us?
Sure. Father God, we come to you as humble as we know how, Lord God, just to say thank you, God. We thank you for clearing our minds, Lord God. We thank you for softening our hearts, Lord God. We thank you for blessing our hands, Lord God. We thank you for guiding our feet, Lord God. As we enter into this next season in our lives, Lord God, I ask that you continue to prepare us with all the resources that we need to utilize to be able to succeed.
Yes.
We thank you for this movement, Lord God. We thank you for this platform, Lord God. We thank you for discernment, Lord God. We thank you for wisdom, Lord God. We thank you for understanding, Lord God. Because we understand that there is a bigger picture.
Yeah.
We understand that there is a bigger purpose, Lord God. And we just ask that you continue to align us so that we can continue to do your will. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Indeed. She gave us one of those church prayers.
Life been, so I had to,
She got a lot to say.
I did, for real. I had to get that out. Like, woo, a lot been going on,
but we're thankful. We really are thankful
for the good, the bad, the ugly, like,
and the indifference.
Yeah,
we're thankful for all of it.
For all of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So this particular segment is going to be on holistic healing, and we chose this particular segment simply because, one of our focus is dealing with religion and spirituality. And we just want to kind of like try to touch as many areas of it as we possibly can. So we're going to start with the holistic healing because a lot of people don't really know what that is. And a lot of people don't understand how vital it can be to you, So you want to start it?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Holistic health is an approach to wellness that simultaneously addresses the physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual components of health. As a field of practice, holistic medicine draws from many disciplines, religions, and cultures to heal people, communities, and even environments. So you can, just from that definition, see how powerful holistic healing is, that it can not only heal people, but also environments and communities as well.
Indeed.
So my standpoint from that is like, we go to these doctors and they're giving us these medications that sometimes make our situations worse or cause all these other side effects. And now we're dealing with all this other stuff. And, if you want to cut all the sickness out altogether, I feel like going the holistic way is more vital, it's more helpful, not only to yourself, but to your communities as well. And it helps deal with everything, not just emotions, but even spiritually and even socially. It helps, to heal all of those aspects of your life. So that's why I want to educate people about it, and I want to do more research myself to learn more about it so that I can become some type of advocate for it, because I strongly believe in this type of healing.
Yes. Okay, and just to back in what you just said, like the treatment of the whole person, taking into account mental and social factors rather than just the symptoms of an illness. And like she said, like when a doctor prescribes medication for that illness, they don't look at the social aspect or even the mental aspect of an individual. So they're definitely not looking at the whole physical being of the
environment.
Exactly, because like when you really think about it, when you prescribe different kind of medication, first of all, let's clear this up. We're not telling nobody to stop taking their medicine.
Oh no, please.
Okay, so we're not doctors.
No, please consult with your doctors before you go be like, oh, I'm gonna try this approach.
So we're speaking to those who are not currently on medication, and even if you are, you can take heed to what we're saying, but just don't take what we're saying to say, oh, I ain't got to take this medicine. No, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that a lot of times when doctors prescribe medication, it helps for that particular issue, but then it creates another issue. And that is the reason behind that is because the doctor doesn't really take into account the whole physical aspect of the individual, and as well as like she said, the social environment, because believe it or not, your environment plays a major part on your health. And it all starts mental, and when you take that into consideration, you are able to identify there are a lot of different things that you may need to exclude from your life and even change your social environment,
Another thing I want to say that the doctors, I feel like the approach that they're coming from is greed. They're thinking money-wise. If I can get them to keep taking this pill and then it causes another issue, they're going to have to come back to me for another pill. And then that pill has going to replace another pill. So it's like a cycle for them. It's like business. That's what they're looking at us as, just, customers. Like they're not looking at us as patients. They're not trying to really, truly heal us wholly. They're trying to get us to come back. And that's what I think.
They want us to be patient with them. So they utilize the medicine so that, like she said, you have to come back again for another medication because now you got something else wrong with you because that medicine aggravated something else, and then like a lot of medication will tell you the different side effects, and when you take into consideration the different side effects that a lot of medicine has, it can trigger a lot of other things other than just that particular side effect, So you just really have to be careful with that.
Start doing your own research on these type of approaches. Holistic approaches include, but are not limited to, acupuncture, acupressure, biofeedback, massage therapy, chiropractic physicians, manual therapy, meditation, guided imagery, yoga, therapeutic touch, Reiki, and other energy therapies, and Eureka.
I'm not even trying.
I'm trying because it's like, yeah.
But it incorporates the mind, body, and soul into the process of healing.
Yeah.
And that is the true healing, Healing, when you, in order to truly heal the physical aspect, you have to first heal the mental,
Hello.
Because if you're
not in the mind.
It does. Because if you're not mentally there as it relates to becoming whole and being healthy,
not gonna be present enough to succeed.
You're not gonna take anything in. So that's the reason why holistic healing is like, in my opinion, like the best type of healing because it heals different areas. It's not just targeting exactly. It's not just targeting the illness, because that illness that you may have could be prompted from something else. That's going on. It could be something
in your environment, something in your mind, something in your social life. You never know. Like
the people that you're connected to, the people are energy. Y'all,
Yeah.
okay? People are energy. So sometimes when you're connected to negativity, it feeds onto you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all ever been in a situation where y'all were somewhere and you felt fine before you got there, but once you entered into that building or into that environment, you just all of a sudden it just start to feel ill, sick. In fact, I got a story. You want to hear it?
Yeah. I was just gonna pull up something too.
When I was in high school, okay, so first of all, this is probably something that we're going to discuss too about being gifted, because I do believe that all of us are gifted, but many of us don't recognize our gifts. A lot of us are scared of them.
Don't know how to tap into them.
Don't know how to tap into them. A lot of us are scared of them, so we fear and we go opposite of what we know or what we feel. So just quick little something. When I was in high school, a friend of mine went to go visit her grandmother. She's not her biological grandmother. It was a grandmother through marriage. Come to find out, her grandfather had recently passed. And when I went with her, went inside the house, I got extremely sick. Mind you, I did not know the details of anything that took place. I didn't even know that her granddad was deceased. Okay, I didn't even know that. So when I went into the house, I started to get sick. And I was like, okay, I need to go outside. I was feeling very nauseous. Went outside, I felt better. Went back in the house, I got sick again. I was like, you know what? Something ain't right in this house.
Yeah.
So I left. I told her it's time for us to go. I got to go because I'm not feeling good. And I didn't tell her in that moment because I didn't understand it myself. Happening. But as I've gotten older, I believe we have had that discussion when I was a little bit younger than I am. I'm not going to tell you. Although I know many of y'all already know me anyway. But we had a discussion and I told her, and I was able to identify that that's part of my gift is to be able to feel the energy of others, you know. And if I had just stayed in that place, I would have just really been very sick. Like I would have stopped vomiting and everything because I was just that nauseous, you know. So that's my little story that I have about being in the wrong type of environment and around negativity. I ain't gonna say negative people because I don't know if the old negative or not, but I say negativity. Okay.
It could have been a husband spirit, or
and his spirit could have been uneasy because it was some underhanded stuff that may have taken place, and and I didn't know nothing about none of that, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm ready to go. Take me home.
And that's why it's so important to wear that armor. I think that needs to be a segment, like it's just talking about the armor and being, protected at all times. Because it's a lot that happens on a day-to-day basis that we feel like is not really important, but it affects us in some way. Like, the people around you all day just gossip, and you wonder why you're so drained. It's because your social life, the people that you're connected to, the conversations that you hear and the things that you're consuming. So, let's just be mindful. Let's just get to a place where we're able to recognize that something is not right. Even if we don't know, listen to your body. Our bodies are going to tell us. That intuition is going to let us know something is not right. Get out of here.
That sacred area.
Yeah.
It's soul place.
Hello.
Right in that area. You feel it.
Hello.
You better believe it.
Please. Please believe it.
That's if you're in tune with yourself.
True. True.
And the spirit within.
Okay, yeah. Facts. So, okay. So a holistic treatment approach considers the whole person rather than just their illness, as you stated before, or their disorder. A person is made up of different parts that can be physical, emotional, spiritual, or environmental. Again, basically kind of just piggybacking off the same thing that she just said, it doesn't just consider that one illness. When I had sickle cell, all my doctors were able to focus on was that particular illness, that disease, not thinking about my lifestyle at home, the things that's happening in my household, the things that occurred at school, that all triggered not only the foods that I was eating and the weather that was, would trigger my crisis, but it was everything, like literally, like everything around me that affected and had some type of impact on why I was triggered with these crises at that time. And even as I got older and it started to like get a little better, and then it was like I went away to college, and then it got worse. So it was just like everything around you. It just goes to show, like, okay, when things were a little bit better in my household, I wasn't as sick. You know, when I was started just like thinking for myself, and I started writing more, and I started eating a little better, and I started exercising at some point, I saw a difference. You know, I wasn't getting sick as much. But when I went to school and I'm stressing, and you know, it's like all they were able to see was sickle cell. So they're giving me these medications, and it's helping for the moment, but nothing long term. And I feel like with holistic healing, you know, it's more long term help than just for that moment. Like, you know, it's not just, okay, for this moment you want to feel better, but as soon as this is over, as soon as the session is over, you know, it's going to occur again. No, it's literally, you know, you're doing these sessions so that you won't feel how you were feeling, you know, so that you won't have to take all these different medications, you know, so that you're able to understand, okay, maybe I need to cut this off, maybe I need to cut this person off, maybe I need to stop eating this type of food, maybe I need to start doing this, maybe I need to start working out. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? You'll be able to be more aware and know, like, especially when people, I feel like, that take medications for mental health and they feel drowsy and they feel draggish and, you know, they can't really get through their day-to-day routines because of the medications that they're on. I'm feeling like if you do this holistic approach, it will be way better. You'll be able to get things done. You'll be able to feel more successful in life. You know, you won't feel so drained by your medications. Just something to think about, something to look into so that we're able to, you know, thrive.
That's what we aim to do.
That's what we're aiming to do
at all times.
Hello.
You know, so you got something you want to say about that part? Okay. So there are like 7 different ways to get into holistic healing, holistic health, and one is learn to eat and enjoy foods from the earth. You know, like your vegetables, your fruits, and like even with like the meats, like I can't remember the name of the type of meats, but there are certain meats that would be okay to eat, but like just eating everything is not ideal. You know, definitely not like junk food, candy, anything that's processed. That's not ideal because you just don't really know what's in it. And yes, I'm talking to myself
foods all the time.
I'm talking to myself about that. You know, I'm working on it. You know, I'm working on it.
We're doing the work with y'all. Listen.
Yes, we on this journey.
We're not perfect.
Right. That's why we're
just bringing awareness.
Right. We're bringing awareness to y'all and to ourselves as well. You know, that's what we're doing the research to identify different areas and different things. The second one is to create a symptom journal, which means to match up which foods and or activities impact how you feel.
I think I need to start that tomorrow.
So that's ideal to do because, you know, like certain foods will make you drowsy, while you have other foods that are, you know, give you that extra boost of energy that is needed. Certain exercises will make you sluggish, while you have other exercises that may, you know, get your momentum going.
Yeah,
you know?
facts. So, like, I could work out for another hour.
Right. So that's definitely something that you may want to do. The third one is to take care of yourself as if you're taking care of a child. You know, we tend to cater and care about children more so than we do ourselves. But if you take care of yourself the way you take care of a child, then
I wholeheartedly agree. I said I wholeheartedly agree with that. Even when it comes to the most simplest things like burping, you know, after you eat. Even as an adult, it's important that we burp after we eat.
So one of the ways that you definitely can do that, like, okay, so when you have a child, you're learning the child's body and how they process different foods and different exercises and things of that nature. So if you treat yourself like a child, then you'll be able to identify, you'll be able to recover your body's wisdom and develop a dedication of your own well-being. You know, so that's something that you definitely want to do. The fourth one is take it one day at a time. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
Don't overthink situations, circumstances. It is what it is. You know, stay in a positive mindset. You know, focus on positivity. You know, and just take it one day at a time. And just always remember, what's gonna be is gonna be. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Don't ponder
beat yourself up. You know,
don't do that.
Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process.
Definitely, and because if you're not patient with yourself, patient with the process, and let things be, you will find yourself stressed out,
miserable,
depressed, irritable. You know, mood swings and all that. And in order to keep a healthy body, you got to have a healthy mental state. You know? So that's something you definitely want to take into consideration.
I feel like when you get on this journey of working on your mind, body, and soul, the mind is first for a reason, because you work on your mind, you work on your body, and it automatically aligns with your soul. But like you said, that mind is like the foundation of everything. So if you're thinking negative, everything else, that's all you're gonna receive. That's all you're gonna know how.
Law of attraction is gonna come to you. It's gonna gravitate to you. You don't want
that.
Change your mindset.
Change your life.
Come on,
live in a negative mindset, and that could cause illnesses as well. When
it does.
It does. When you're thinking negative all day, and you don't have a positive thought in sight, it's like everything is negative. Everything is against you. Everybody is against you. No, that's not.
Reliving your past.
Yeah,
past things that happened to you that was traumatic. That's not good. It's not.
It's really not. It comes to a point where you're like, okay, I'm tired of this. Like until you get there, until you're fed up, all I can say is just keep praying, keep fighting, don't lose the faith, don't give up. Better days are coming.
Yes.
You have to believe it. You have to believe it. You have to want to be better. You have to want to do better.
Definitely. And, Number 5, recognize your ability to deal so you don't feel stuck in an illness. Okay? Removing limited phrases from your vocabulary. So I can't, I won't, I don't, anything that's negative, remove it from your vocabulary. And one thing that we like to encourage people to do is to create positive affirmations for yourself. I am, get in tune with your higher consciousness. I am, I am beautiful. I am unique. I am powerful.
I am rich. I am abundant.
Yes.
I am love.
All of that.
Anything positive, whatever. Even me, I ain't 130 pounds, but I am 130 pounds.
Girl, I probably start saying that one.
That's my favorite one. If I ain't nothing else, I'm 130 pounds.
So even if the scale don't look you feel it.
Hello.
Hey. That's what matters.
Hello.
So number 6, remove toxic people from your life. Establish boundaries around your well-being.
Most important, we talk about that as well, but it is like really, really vital to life. So have people that respect you around you. You don't want people around just because, I knew them for a long time. Oh, this is a fan of the family. Oh, they've been around for a long time. She's like my cousin now.
They'll be the ones that drag you down.
And those are the ones that drag you down. Like, want you to be miserable with them, especially if they see you trying to elevate and do something good with your life. They're going to keep like, they're going to belittle it. They're going to try to talk down on you. All I can say is change is inevitable. Growth is inevitable. Keep elevating. Keep believing in yourself, no matter what anybody else say.
It's 7
all
o'clock.
About health and healing.
Yes, I totally agree. Totally. Another thing that I want to say as it relates to toxic people, like they come in all different
shapes, forms,
and sizes. You can identify them based off the conversation. You can identify them based off of body language, the expressions. You can identify
the energy
based off of what you feel when you are around them, how you're feeling. So you have to really pay attention to your body, how you feel. You can identify them in how they treat you. You can identify them in
how they treat themselves, what they call themselves.
Right, because if they are toxic, they got a lot of negative stuff to say, and how they view other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's another way to identify them.
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, I'm just gonna tell you, there's very few people that I really hang around or even be around, simply because I don't do negativity well.
Mm-mm.
And if I feel like you don't want me around, guess what, boo? Don't worry about it.
I won't be there.
Okay. All right. That part. Okay. Her. Right. Her. Yes. Okay, anyway. I got new hair, y'all. Okay, forgive me. I need to keep going. I'm so silly. Okay, number 7. Start to find joy in your life and help your health.
Yes, people think happiness is a destination. No, you create it.
Right.
You find
Happiness
it.
is a state of being.
Facts. Just be grateful. When you show gratitude, that joy comes along with it. Like, oh, I'm just so thankful for this, and it just makes you happy to be like, wow, God, like you really love me so unconditional that you just keep coming through for me. You never let me down. You never leave me nor forsake me, and it's just like, whew, joy, it does. I feel like joy takes away a lot of pain. Joy takes away a lot of depression. Joy takes away a lot of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a key component in life, like to just be joyful, just be happy, just to smile. Like
yes.
It feels so good.
Yeah, that's why I laugh so much. I'm like, y'all gotta forgive me because I'm so happy.
Thanks. Like, oh, how you working all day? Where you smile? You always smiling. I'm happy.
All right.
I am happy, and I wish this happiness upon you all.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It was something I was about to say. What was I about to say? I don't even remember. It was something that you said. I should have wrote it down, but it's gonna slip my mind just that quick. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got something about holistic therapists. They focus on a person's physical, emotional, social, and spiritual well-being again. They might use expressive arts, using dance or music to work with people. They might use mindfulness practices, including meditation, relaxation techniques, as well as physical approaches such as yoga. So again, it's other things that you can do to calm your mind, to change, to reverse the thoughts, even if you feeling like, okay, you're spiraling into some negative thoughts before it festers too bad. Relax, start to listen to some meditation music, do some yoga, light a candle, burn some sage,
And something else you can do that's so simple. Definitely that. But one of the things that you can do that's so simple is to breathe.
Yeah. Breathe. Fact. Oh my God.
Through your nose. Hold it.
Breathe.
Exhale out your mouth.
It's crazy that she said that. Okay, because I'm going to share a personal story. I took a walk this morning. I woke up this morning, and usually I take my walks because I swear to God, I was just like, I don't really want to do this. But something was pushing me. It was like, I don't know. I can't even explain it. But
okay.
I woke up at like 7 something. Yeah, like 7 something. And I'm walking. And it's like, soon as I start to walk up the hill, it's like every step I'm taking, it's like it's taking my breath away. But instead of me going back, I tell this voice in my head saying, keep going. Keep going. So I'm like, just in my head, telling myself to breathe. But it's hard for me to breathe, y'all. I really can't breathe. So at this point, I'm holding down my hoodie and I'm holding down my shirt, and I'm like, I'm hyperventilating, and I got this lump in my throat, like I'm wanting to cry, but it's like I'm not sad about nothing. It's like I really don't understand. So the whole time I'm having this panic attack, it was like one of the worst panic attacks I've ever experienced, y'all. I swear to God, I swear to you not. And I'm just like bending down, getting low. When I say so many cars roll past me, people outside just looking at me, cop car roll past me. Out of nowhere, this 19-year-old girl is walking past. She on her way to church, y'all. and she stops me. I'm listening to my gospel music, so I got my headphones in. I'm crying. I can't breathe. I'm holding down my shirt, and she like trying to talk to me. I'm like, I think I'm having a panic attack. Like I'm trying to express this to her, and she like trying to talk me through it. Like so after like her second question, she just hugged me. She just hugged me and started consoling me and was like rubbing my back, like, you know, it's gonna be okay. God got you. You know, it's gonna be good. You know, and immediately I can breathe again. And it's weird to me because it's like I don't even know this lady from a can of spray. Like when I say she hugged me, consoled me, talked to me, walked with me the rest of my walk, and then even prayed for me and with me, I was just like, this was destined. Like all I had to do was just keep breathing, just keep telling myself to breathe, and whatever what I needed was it was coming for me. And she came up and gave me exactly what I needed in that moment. I'm trying to call my mom so she can pray for me. She's not answering. Like literally, she just comes out of nowhere. I'm like, God, you were my angel. Like I really feel like you were my angel sent from above, because it was like, had she not came, I feel like I probably would have like fell out in the next 3 to 5 minutes, because it's like it was really hard for me to breathe. Like I'm telling myself to breathe. I'm trying to stay familiar with my surroundings. I'm like, okay, trees, trash, grass. I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to get through this, but it was like until she came and gave me that hug, it was just like, girl, who are you? Like, where'd you come? Where did you even come from? When I say I was just so grateful for her, like grateful, like that. It just, I just had to get that out to say, just breathe. Like that's the most simplest thing, but it's the most important thing. Just to keep breathing, just to keep moving. Don't stop. You know, never give up. You know, let's just figure out the best approach to our healing processes as possible. You know, figure out what works for us. So if it is holistic healing, if you feel like you learned something, you know, I say just do your research, you know, find you a holistic therapist that can help you out. If you feel like, oh, you would rather have somebody around to help you with your mindfulness practices, find somebody. You know, there's people out here that's willing to help.
Okay, I don't have to write it down because I was writing what I was going to say. But, you know, a lot of times God will allow us to experience certain things and go through certain things. And it's not necessarily for us, but it's for the person that's approaching. So that and that's what I saw when you was talking. What you experienced and what the young lady experienced was something that she probably never experienced. And she now has opened up the door to her
blessing, fact, because she is. When I say was ministering to me, that's what we talking about. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, but yes, like her, like just like being able to be anchored in obedience and listen to God, to stop, and just to, you know, like she was already church. She could have been like, I don't want to be late for my bus. Like I'm just gonna keep walking. Yeah, like this really. I was just grateful that she was so anchored in obedience and really following her ministry, like listening to her the power inside of her to be like, okay, I got this. I'm gonna console her. I'm gonna pray for her. I'm gonna give her what she needs in this moment. I was just like, the moment in itself was just very, very powerful. And as I was talking to my cousin, she was saying the same thing. She was like, well, I think you may have met her so that you can help her in some type of way. So I was like, I think so too. But it's like, I did. We helped each other, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we need each other. We need one another. You know, it just works better when we're able to step in for somebody, say, okay, let me just, you know, hug you. I know you, I know you feeling down. Let me pray for you. I know you feeling going through this. Let me just give you a hug. I know you're going through that. However I can help. You know what I'm saying? You can give financially, do so. You can help, you know, food. If you have some extra food stamps, you want to help somebody else.
Being a listening ear.
Yes, just to let somebody vent to you. You know, you never know what blessings God has for you if you just listen to Him and be anchored in His in obedience and just follow His voice, follow His way. Let Him really truly guide your footsteps. So
you can truly save a life. if you just be obedient and do what it is that God speaks to you to do.
Yeah, powerful. Like the moment was powerful. And even in that, it just made me want to get into holistic healing even deeper, because it's just like just a simple hug, I felt like helped me. And I think I did see a post about, getting like 3 hugs a day, how it can help your mental and how it can, take away anxiety. Yeah, for sure. And I'm yeah. So I was just like, wow. It's just like, people taking these medications for all this mental illness and anxiety, and really y'all get a hug, y'all might feel 10 times better, just because the people around you wasn't brought up like affecting an affectionate family or affectionate household. Yeah. Find you a friend that don't mind getting come find me, because I love giving hugs.
I do too. Just don't keep holding on to me.
Oh no. Don't make it weird now. Don't make
like
it
you don't want to let me go.
Okay, now.
Again, y'all know I am silly. If y'all have been tuned into our podcast, y'all know I'm silly. I would say some crazy stuff.
Yo.
Don't make it weird.
Don't make it weird, please.
But I'm for real.
But yeah.
I'm so for real.
And also, a lot of these holistic therapists, they do the physical mindfulness, that physical exercises, and the psychological exercises, sometimes both. But at the same time, it's also educational. You're also learning something new that you can help share with another person. You're also, just helping yourself by learning these things about yourself to help you get through your day-to-day life. You understand what I'm saying? So you just be mindful about your healing process, be mindful about, being happy, just be mindful about life in itself.
And that's really residing in your consciousness. Like, just
go back to that mind. I was just gonna say, like, the mind is your foundation, so you want to think more positive, you want to be the pretty girl with a pretty soul, not just pretty on the outside, but you got an ugly heart. Like, no.
Oh, girl, I am gorgeous then.
Hello. And people see that, because it be like, I swear I be at work and it be looking crazy sometimes. I don't be wanting to be there, and I just be like, people just be looking like, oh, you just so pretty. I'm like, girl, I ain't even.
You have such a glow.
I'm like, girl, I don't even know this, but it's like people can see it. Like, no matter what you do to yourself, no matter what, they can see my aura glowing. They can see my beauty without me even having to speak. It's like, it's like they're just so drawn to it, and it's making me think like, I need to just, tap into this a little more, like really just see. It's like I not really see, but I want to ask people like, what do you see when you see me? What do you see when you see me?
She gonna turn it.
Because it's like really crazy to me that people can see what I'm feeling, like, even if I'm not.
What do I see when I see you? That's a good one. Hold on, let me write that down. We're gonna bring that up on something else too. I think I wrote a piece similar to this. But I gotta find it. What do you see when you see me?
Yes, what do you see?
I see joy. I see peace. I see determination. I see growth.
Yeah.
Which deals with elevation. I see happiness.
Yeah.
I see heal.
Lord knows it was a journey. And that's what I was gonna say too. It was like I was talking about this panic attack because it felt so different. Like, it wasn't like the other one. But that's what I was about to say. It was like, yes, I couldn't breathe, but it's like I didn't feel like, even after a panic attack, how I'll feel like a little drain or a lot of me going through my mind. It was like I was at peace. It was like I was releasing. It wasn't panic. It was like I was releasing something, and it was like, it was weird. Like, I really can't explain it, but it's like, to look back on it and reflect, even though it just happened today, it just still was like mind blowing. Like,
What were you
what's
thinking
this?
before you decided, before you heard God say go for a walk?
That's the thing. I literally had got up. I didn't
Did
get
you
time.
dream anything?
But now I don't remember my dream though. I think
You
when
did
I like
dream,
pop up,
though.
I did dream. But like when
Probably was that dream.
yeah, it had to be the dream because when I just pop up like that, I don't remember. Like if I lay there with my eyes closed, maybe I can remember some of my dreams. But when I just pop up like that, and when it was one of them, I just popped up and something was like, take a walk. Like at 7 something in the morning.
I think it's something that you needed to release. Not that you was in a bad place or that anything negative is going on in your life. But it's something that was deep
in that dream. That I was releasing.
Really, the dream was your subconscious. So whatever it was that took place in that dream, you had to release it. And
the lump in my throat, it was like I was releasing a blockage from my throat chakra. Like that's what I'm getting now because I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Choking. Like I'm choking. I was like, it was like coming up, really. Like now that I'm thinking about it, now that you say that, yes, I can't remember the dream. I can't remember what I was thinking about. And even like when I got to the corner, I was like, I really don't want to take this walk. I was like, I really don't want to do this. Sorry, y'all. But I listened. I'm sorry, I really want to be different. I don't want to have the same ringtone as everybody else. But yeah, it was like that's what it was. It was like something was being released out my throat chakra, and it was like a sign, like God's like, okay, come on, it's time for you to walk in this ministry. It's time for you. You asked me what can you do for me? This is what I need you to do for me. It was like one of those moments, like. Yeah. And
that's the thing, because you just never know the level of impact you had on that young lady.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, because she called me after church and we had a conversation. She was like, oh, wow, like, you know a lot more stuff. Because I was asking her, did she know about, like, a throat chakra? I mean, chakras, period. And she was like, no worries. We going to get into it. So it was like, yes, I can help her in ways. She can help me. You know, she shared a little bit of her story.
That's what I'm saying. Your helping her was actually for her to tap in. Like it's like an opening door for her, so she can realize and understand that she's capable. You know, I don't know what God has told her.
No, facts, but she definitely is. I told her, like, you inspire me.
You cannot. If you had not went on that walk, you wouldn't have seen her. She wouldn't have seen you.
Exactly.
And she wouldn't have tapped in.
19 years old, though. 19 years old, y'all. It's powerful and it's giving me chill because, like, to be 19 and to really just be nobody forcing her to go to church. She not with nobody. She by herself. She by herself. 19 years old, got up. She had to get up at like 7 something and get ready for church. Get on the bus. She like church don't start till 11, so she knows she making sure she on time. She punctual. She fired up. Like she really got that fire in her belly, and it really inspired me to be like, come on, we got souls to save, man. We got souls to save, and that's what it just. I had the epiphany, like, I need to be doing more. I need to be doing more. But yeah, very, very powerful moment. But guys, remember to just breathe, pray, heal. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's it. So did you complete the walk?
I did. I completed the walk. She walked all the way to the end from to the bus stop, and then I walked back by myself and I listened to my gospel music. And y'all, it was like nothing had ever happened. Like I felt so good. It was just like wow, like
a connection needed to take place.
Hello. I'm like it was destined for me to meet that young lady. Like it was already aligned. Like it was already written. So
yeah, and that's another thing that y'all have to be mindful of. Anything that happens in this life, understand that it's already destined to take place. That's the reason why you just can't hold on to stuff, and you have to just go with it is what it is. Yeah, like you really do. You really do. And release. It's vital to release.
Vital.
That's your way of breathing when you release. I'm sorry, I see a lot of analogy in your situation.
And no, for real. And it's like the more I talk about it, because it's like the third time I explained it. So the more I talk about it, it's
the
like
more clarity you receive.
Yes. And I was like, wow, like God, you are amazing. Like, if y'all didn't know, now y'all know. God is truly amazing. Like, he will truly, when you start asking him to, you know, I need to start building a team, God. I need these type of people in my life. You know, he's going to place these people in your life. He's going to give you whatever it is you're asking for. As long as you're standing on his promises, no, he's going to set it into motion. He's going to make it happen for you. You just have to believe. You just have to
and
believe.
Trust the process.
Hello.
That's very important.
Hello. Well, that makes me want to read my poem, Trust the Process.
Oh, we got a poem. We got a spoken word piece.
Oh, I think this is kind of good too. Okay. Trust the process. I can now announce that I'm growing and healing. It was at one point where I was broken and failing. Glad to say I'm finally prevailing. This feeling is so fulfilling. I'm decomposing and it's a wonderful feeling. Perceiving to different vibes, protecting my own feelings. Neglecting the negativity, trying to pass in this energy. Focused on what's in front of me, can't worry about my enemy. Trying to create new memories that still preserve my energy. Trying not to retreat, but to masterly masterpiece. I just want to do work on me, work on being a masterpiece. I think that kind of aligns.
That definitely aligns with what we just discussed.
Yeah.
Like,
if you would have never said trust the process, I would have never thought about it.
You already know how we connect. You know, we're so in sync. Like, crazy. Like, really, a lot of her notes, I had the same thing. We didn't even sit down and write it together.
Yeah, it be mind blowing. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, let me just wait to see what she's gonna say. That's why I was like, as she said, I had to repeat some of the stuff because it was like.
I put stars next to it.
Yeah.
Smart.
Smart. So I'm going to repeat it.
But yeah, so if y'all don't, for those of you who are new to our channel, our podcast, if you don't know, now you know, we are very in sync.
Very intuitive.
Right here.
Very aligned. Yes, right here.
Very aligned.
For sure.
So
be sure not to miss our announcement about our giveaways that we're doing in the month of May.
I forgot about that.
Yes, we're doing giveaways once a week, every Monday. It's 5 Mondays in May, so we'll do a giveaway. Ooh. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, they will be
in a couple of weeks. May will be in a couple of weeks.
I mean,
we still can do it. Even we're there. We could do it, but not do it, but do it. You know
we right here.
Yeah. So, did you write them down?
I did.
Okay, so we want to first give a disclosure. Like, you have to have tuned in. You know, even if you didn't tune into the live, if you at least watch the videos, any of the videos that we've posted, because all of the videos are posted. So in case you don't know, May is our starting month.
Yes.
That's when we started, May of 2022.
Year mark.
Yes. So we're knocking real hard on that year. And that's the reason why Aisha came up with a brilliant idea to give you all some gifts. So definitely, I would advise you all to, I'm going to give you a little cheat sheet. Look at the videos.
Look at
a lot of them. What, 50 what? 52? 3? It's a good many. No, it's not that many.
It's not. But it's a lot.
I don't know.
It has to be between 30
and maybe 40 something videos.
Yeah.
So
we up there though.
Yeah. It's a lot of videos. Even if you don't watch all of them in detail, you know, just if you
get a synopsis of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Scan through it or whatever.
Yeah.
But in order to win, you have to be able to answer whatever the question is that we ask, as it relates to any of 1 or 2 segments that we've done.
And they're not hard questions.
And you can't win more than one time.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be greedy.
Now, you can get somebody else.
Yeah, you can.
Answer. Y'all can split it. Whatever, however y'all want to do that, that's up to y'all.
And in addition to that, you also have to be a subscriber.
Hello.
A follower.
Both.
And not and or, but and you have to be a subscriber and a follower.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
tag a friend.
Yeah.
a 3.
Right, a 5, a 10.
The more you say, the bigger your probability of winning.
Right. Yes. So we thank you all for joining us on this segment, and
we happy to be back.
We are very excited to be back. Yes, again, it's on Sundays at 6:30.
Yes.
We'll just go ahead and say 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
Sundays, every Sunday at 6:30. We look forward to allowing y'all to see us and us seeing y'all.
Yeah.
If you at least like tap in, like comment or request to join the live or anything of that nature. And another way you can reach out to us is to DM us. You can comment, subscribe. This is the email right here. Okay. Elephants in the Room 2022 at gmail.com. You can also follow us, tag a friend.
Tap in, y'all.
All that good stuff.
Tap in with us,
And something else you can do. You can also give us some topics. And if you want to chime in on the topic that you give, you can request to join us. And we can have a whole full-blown conversation going right here as if we were at the round table or the rectangular table.
As we would call it. And you know what else you guys can do if you're ever just feeling so blessed or feeling like you gained some knowledge from any episode, you can send us donations. We are not turning them down.
Might have to. Is it on there? Like where they can? Okay.
Send donations.
So, yeah.
We're gonna have to set something up.
Yeah, we definitely will set something up so you all can just give whatever the Lord said on your heart to give. We would definitely truly appreciate it. So that we can
too small,
increase because we want to be able to have more than just 2 mics. So we can have people to come in and be live with us. Maybe you would like to join us,
as we're growing.
Yes.
But thank you guys.
Thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to engaging next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.